Welcome to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. It was a bright, sunny day earlier today here in Tallahassee, but then came in the clouds, the lightning, the rain, and it left us, well, waiting for a couple of hours. But it's finally time as the tarp has come off for our first matchup of the Tallahassee Regional, St. John's against Florida State. Florida State, a program that knows what it's doing, hosting regionals. This is the 38th time they've done so here at Dick Howser Stadium. As you get a look at the bracket, they will face St. John's with the winner to face the winner of Coastal Carolina and Northern Illinois, remaining in the winner's bracket. And a welcome to you with Dev and Travis. I'm Darren Vaught. A couple of hours we've been waiting, Dev. I know you're ready.
Yeah, it's the best time of the year, postseason college baseball. We got two great teams here to start this one off. That St. John's team, watch out. It's a scary 4 seed. And on the flip side, you got the Noles, juggernaut, the nasty pitching staff.
Yeah, a very good pitching staff for Florida State. Here's a look at their starting rotation. They're going to go with Bryson Moore today, but he's joined by Wes Mendez, the ACC Pitcher of the Year, and all three of these guys, Dev, at one point over this past season were ACC Pitcher of the Week, but the Red Storm lineup will be ready.
It's nasty. It's an explosive lineup, really 1 through 9. It's a lot of belief with this club right now. It's a family environment, and let me tell you something. There's nobody that you want to play less than a team that believes they can beat everybody. Adam Agresti, big-time juice, 17 homers, 48 RBIs. He's the captain, the leader, back behind home plate, and the leadoff man, John LeGrande. Absolutely love the way he plays the game. Big smile, big energy, always hopping around the bases. He's always looking to take an extra base. You roll into Tallahassee, you're playing a 1 seed. You're trying to upset the big boys. You got to look to take extra bases. You got to play the game the right way. You cannot make many mistakes. You always got to play hard. That's what this guy does for the Red Storm.
They got a little bit of everything, some bopping and some base running. Mike Hampton's crew got off to a shaky start, 1-10 out of the gate to begin their season, but in their last 30 victorious in 23 of those en route to a Big East tournament title and a chance to play in a regional. It's finally time for our first showdown from T-Town when we return. Back with you, it's the 4 seed St. John's and the number 1 seed of this Tallahassee Regional, the 10th overall seed in the NCAA tournament, Florida State. St. John's to the plate to begin things here in the top of the first inning. You mentioned John LeGrande, the leadoff batter. Jader Rafestanger, Sean McMillan, Will Cowan, and Luis Rodriguez, all Big East All-Tournament team. So like you said earlier, Dev, it's 1 through 9, a very capable lineup that'll go up against Bryson Moore, the starting pitcher for Florida State.
Yeah, they have their hands full today with Bryson Moore, junior transfer from University of Virginia. It's power stuff, fastball, get up to 95, a lot of life up in the zone. I'm mixing a couple different breaking balls. It's the changeup for me that's incredibly important today. Right on right changeups to these righties, I think it's gonna be big.
He's enjoyed a lot of success in his first season as a Seminole after transferring after 2 seasons at ACC rival Virginia. Everybody's been waiting. Delayed 2 hours on the nose from the original start time we had scheduled today. And we are just about underway. 1-0 the count to John LeGrande.
Bryson Moore is incredibly fresh, 13 days rest. A quick bounce out of the ACC tournament last week for Florida State, but he's been throwing incredibly well. Last 13.2 innings, just 3 runs given up.
And Moore in his last start, like you said, 13 days ago, went a season-high 7 2/3 against Miami.
Yeah, and it's been efficient too. Strikeout numbers are down. He's a guy that normally strikes out 4, 5, 6 guys a game. Just 1 and 2 last couple starts. It's been a lot of early contact. It's been efficient.
Grande leaves it in there for strike 1. Cold but foul, even count now at 2 and 2.
And you wonder, right? You got 13 days off, and make sure you mix in your bullpens. But what's it going to look like when you come out here? You're obviously fired up. You're ready to go. Arms feeling great. Command's a little erratic early. See how he settles down as this game goes.
2-2 grounded over to second base. Carter McCauley fields and throws, and that's the first away.
Yeah, good response there. You saw the changeup. It's going to be location. I think we're going to see a lot of early fastballs here. Let's establish the strike zone. The Red Storm, they don't chase too often, but you got to work ahead. When you work ahead, then you expand. It's going to be a lot of hard early. It's location, right? It's location. You got the short porch in right field, the big wall. You throw that changeup, you got to make sure you locate it on the outer half of the plate with these lefties.
It's a 5-pitch mix for Moore. As he begins inside with a spinner to Rafestanger. One ball, 1 strike. Second team All Big East this year for Rafestanger. Big swing and a miss at the fastball.
Rear back, let it eat, well located on the outer half of the plate. And Rafestanger, he's impressed me a ton. It's a whole field approach. His strength is left center. I think that should be the key.
Strike 3 called. 2 down.
It's a great sequence right there by Bryson Moore. Rear back, let it fire. There's the fastball. You can see it's alive. Perfectly located, black, away. Slow him down, speed him up, and Rafestanger, yeah, he knew it. First strikeout of the day for Bryson Moore.
So a quick 2 up, 2 down for Moore in the Florida State defense, and here is a formidable bat in Sean McMillan. He watches the first and has an 0-1.
It's big time juice here. Big time juice. 453-foot home run 6 days ago in the Big East tourney.
living on the edges. 96 with that fastball.
Fresh, baby. He's fresh. Watch what McMillan does here with 2 strikes. Spreads out a bit. No stride. Minimizes movement.
2, and McMillan leaves it outside. Wave and a miss. 3 up, 3 down, couple of punch-outs for Bryson Moore. A fine start for the guys in garnet and gold.
Fresh, fired up. Bryson Moore needed that changeup. There it is. 2 strikeouts. Bottom of the first we go.
To the bottom of the first we go, and Florida State with their first chance at the plate. Man, did Bryson Moore look really good in that top of the first inning. And now it's time for the bats to get going. John Stutzer, Braden Dowd, and Brody DeLamielleure, the first 3 up. Therefore, the 3 due up for the Seminoles here in the top of the first, or the bottom of the first, rather.
It's been a streaky season for this offense, but Braden Dowd, you see highlighted right there, 28 games, reach base safely, controls the strike zone. That's the big key for me today in watching this Noles offense. How do they control the strike zone prior to 2 strikes?
St. John's going with their ace on the pitching staff. Liam O'Leary gets the start. And one thing's for certain, Dev, he's going to be pitching for a while today. This guy goes deep into games.
Sure does. 5 innings or more in all 15 of his starts this year, 6+ in 10 out of 15.
And the first pitch swung on high and deep into the air, left field. 1 pitch, 1 goner. 1-0, Florida State.
If you were wondering what a freshman's going to look like in his first regional, there you have it. John Stutzer, man, one of the most talented recruits to reach campus this year in all of America. How about a first pitch breaking ball? Do you do your homework, John Stutzer? Yes, sir, you do. It's a lot of breaking balls today. More breaking balls than fastballs, and he didn't miss. 1-0 early. Noles.
10th home run of the season for Stutzer, as Braden Dowd takes and has 1-0.
Curtain call early on in Tallahassee.
Two and nothing to Dowd. That's the first Florida State leadoff home run since February 15th of last year. Gage Harrelson.
Wow. There's going to be a lot of leadoff home runs for that young man, John Stutzer.
Now 2-1 to Braden Dowd, who's reached base safely in 28 consecutive games.
And if you're O'Leary, so what? First pitch of the game, you give up a homer. You know you throw. You go a ton of pitches throughout a ball game. You got to attack.
Rolled over foul, now a full count for Dowd.
You'll see 4 pitches from O'Leary. It's fastball, slider. Those are his 2 go-to. Change-ups, he'll mix into lefties. He'll mix in a bigger curveball as well. It's good stuff. He lives in the strike zone.
Ball 4. Dowd walks. And it's a runner at first. Another look at John Stutzer's home run on the first pitch thrown by O'Leary.
You got the juices flowing in Tallahassee. Just a freshman, man. One-hand finish, high finish, in the leadoff spot.
Not somewhere in the lineup that head coach Link Jarrett would have been comfortable with him early in the season. But as his first year in the program has progressed, that's something that Jarrett told us yesterday even. He's felt really good about what Stutzer's provided there.
Yeah, he said it's been the toughest lineup he's ever had to construct in 27 years of coaching. And John Stutzer's a guy that's, sure, he can hit in the leadoff spot. You think about today's game, there are a lot of guys, Kyle Schwarber, George Springer, they hit a lot of home runs in that leadoff spot. I think it's going to be 2, 3, 4, middle of the lineup in his future.
Snapped down onto the turf. Delamalier takes 1-1.
Hot one right now, 18-game hitting streak, 407.
A 407 batting average in that 18 games. He's walked once in that stretch.
That's crazy.
Talk about a guy just feeling good, free swinging.
He is a free swinger, and you know that's a trait. It's incredibly hard to take out of guys that are aggressive.
2-1, and he's baited outside.
Great pitch right there by O'Leary, taking advantage of his aggression. 2-1 count, knows he's hunting a heater.
That was the slider. What will O'Leary offer here? Step back and a throw over to first.
Dowd, a perfect 10 for 10 on the year, stolen bases.
Tried it again. Full count, Delamalier.
Early in the ball game here, Delamalier, he's on a heater. 3-2 count, look for some action here. First base, runner moving.
Down goes, pitch misses, and it's consecutive walks. They're at first and second with no outs.
Just great at-bats right there for the Noles early on. They've have a great game plan. They know O'Leary throws a ton of breaking balls, so you're hunting elevation. You're looking for things up in the zone. You're willing to swing and miss at heaters up, but whatever you do, you can't expand down. 3 good ones so far for the Noles.
That brings up Hunter Carnes, the sophomore catcher. O'Leary trying to get back into business. A bouncer over to third, knocked down by Rafe Stanger, and he'll make the easy play for the force out and the lead man.
He got his ground ball, looking for a double play ball. Slow the game down a bit so you can get a breath. We're at third base, Rafe Stanger. He's been awesome all year long. It's a chopper, top spin, just eats him up a bit, but he still tires the lead out. Double play still in order.
Slight pull side shift for the batter, Ben Barrett. Looks at a breaking ball down and away.
What a cool story it's been for Ben Barrett. Comes in as a two-way guy. Next 2 years, sophomore, junior year, he focuses only on pitching. This year, focuses on pitching. They lose the star in Miles Bailey. And Barrett grabs the bat again. He's been great, too. He's controlled the strike zone. It's a no-stride approach. They've been looking for production out of that first base spot, and they've got it.
1-1, back into the backstop.
That's what I want to see out of O'Leary right there, the fastball. Looks like these Noles are looking for breaking stuff early, so I think that arm side fastball working into righties going to be incredibly important. Now you go in, sets up the breaker away.
It's a wave and miss for strike 3.
Well done, Cade. That boy. Fastball in, speed him up. Start looking in as a hitter. Here's the big breaking ball. Bam, you see it pop up. That's what they're hunting. It's nasty.
It's not been a lot of strikeouts this season for O'Leary. He gets his first of the game and now has Nathan Schmela opposite him in the batter's box for Florida State. And he swings at the first pitch. High fly into right field. Christian Bernardini calls and catches to retire the side. Couple of Noles base runners stranded, but a 1-0 lead on the 10th home run of the season by John Stutzer.
John Stutzer, just a freshman. Link Jarrett talks about this young man, and you could just see his eyes light up. Yeah, now we know why. First leadoff home run for the Noles since last year. 1-0.
The NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home of all NCAA championships. Bryson Moore back out to the bump for Florida State as he sees 4, 5, 6 in the St. John's order, beginning with Adam Agresti, team's leader with 17 home runs this season. Aggressive first pitch swing, foul ball, strike 1.
Mentioned the 17 home runs, 48 RBIs on the year. The leader of this club, and talking to him yesterday in the dugout, Darren, it was just a ton of fun. You could see his eyes light up with how proud he is to wear that St. John's uniform and where they're at today.
He's got 1-1. Bryson Moore looked really good in his first inning of work just a few moments ago. First 1-2-3 first inning since March 22nd against NC State. That was 8 starts ago.
Wow.
Now 2-1.
These are the counts where St. John's needs to take advantage. He's a guy on the mound that throws a ton of strikes in Bryson Moore. He lives in the zone. He paints on the corners. You get to a 2-1 count. Home run hitter, you got to let it rip.
Agresti strokes it out to deep center field, way back and way gone. An answer of a solo shot, the 18th of the year for Agresti, and it's tied at 1.
That's letting it rip. You need your best players in environments like this. Noles jump out to an early 1-0 lead. Your leader comes up to start the inning. 1-1 ball game, just like that. Big time juice, dead center. Watch out for the Red Storm. They fight, man. They believe. A lot of confidence throughout this lineup, 1 through 9 right now. Got a new ball game.
111 miles per hour off the bat for Agresti. And it knots it up. You think both these teams weren't ready after that couple of hour wait?
The bats are alive. It's postseason baseball. I mean, it's the absolute best.
Rolled over foul. Will Cowan, the designated hitter.
Big East All-Tournament team swinging a hot bat right now.
That's now, Dev, for both of these pitchers. For O'Leary, it was the 6th home run he's given up all year. And that's a guy who's thrown over 100 innings now. For Moore, just the 7th homer he's given up.
Postseason baseball, man, your juices, they start flowing. You're so excited for this opportunity. You take a ton of time in your game planning. You get to a 2-1 count, fastball, middle. 18 home runs now in the year. They'll make you pay.
Hitters count for Cowan. Inside, ball 4. Link Jarrett, the head coach of these Florida State Seminoles. He talked yesterday to us and local media as well about how proud he is of this team, just because he knows, right, it's difficult to be at the end of the regular season and conference tournaments, to be one of those 16 teams that is privileged enough to host one of these regionals.
Just one of 3 teams to host a regional now 3 years in a row. I think this has been Link Jarrett's best coaching job he's done in his career.
First to Aiden Fry is a miss down low. Top shelf, 2-0.
They'll force you into the strike zone. Bryson Moore gives up the leadoff home run. Working below the breaking ball. Everything seems to be up. Once again, hitters count.
Non-committal, a check of the swing over at first base, says Fry did not go, and it's 3-0.
Close one right here, and good call.
Shaler Smith, first base umpire today. And a strike on the inner half to make it 3-1. Quick move. Cowan back.
Cowan 5 for 6 on the year in stolen bases. 3-1 count here early on in the ball game. It's a team that likes to apply a ton of pressure. Good time to start the runner.
3-1, runner goes, and it's laced into left field. Cowan turns on the Jets. Here he goes, short field to third, and the throw is there from Stutzer to record the out.
Have a day early, young man. We said this St. John's club. They're aggressive on the bases. I love it right there. 3-1 count. You know you're going to get a heater. Go ahead and start the runner. Continue to apply the pressure. And it's an absolute rocket shot. It's right in front of you, though. You touch second base and you see the left fielder's got the baseball. That's all your read at second base there as you're rounding it. But an absolute dot by John Stutzer right there. Look at Cal Fisher. Baits him into it. It's a big out.
1-0 to Christian Bernardini. Another look, the throw there, and plenty of time. Maybe a little bit of hesitation from Cowan there.
Yeah, and I think even if he kept going the whole time, he would have been out. Golden rule, though, you never want to make the first or last out at third base.
Bernardini swings through it, now 1-1. Ball more ahead in account as he's got 1 and 2. It's been an unsteady defense for Florida State, I think, to say the least, especially when you consider Link Jarrett's standard.
Look at all the guys they've lost this year, too. Chase Williams.
Had to shuffle some guys around, right? So it has gotten better as the season has gone on, as Link indicated to us yesterday.
Lose Miles Bailey. You got Putnam and Barrett at first. McCulley shifts over to second. Frazier's back in the lineup. It's getting better.
Here's a 2-2 from Moore. And it's fought off foul. Bernardini retains his count.
Bernardini's been a spark plug down here at the bottom of the lineup.
Again with 2 strikes, and again fouled out of play. The bottom of this order for Mike Hampton's club, the resounding sentiment is anything you got to do to get on base. The rest of the lineup will take care of the rest.
Yeah, that's a great game plan. That's your job at the bottom of the lineup. See a lot of pitches, get the pitchers' pitch count up, and find a way just to pass the baton.
Breaker bounced but fouled to the third base side. So another foul ball with 2 strikes. That's 3 in a row for Bernardini.
13 pitches in the first inning for Moore. Already 21 this inning.
A little bit of a step off and collection of himself for Bryson Moore before what will be pitch number 8 to Bernardini. The most so far for a St. John's batter. And again, he fouls it away.
Continue to spoil, right on right changeup there.
So he's seen just about everything Moore's going to throw at him so far. Fastball change, sweeper, curve cutter, the arsenal for Moore. So now a full count, 3-2.
It's back to back. Excuse me, now three ball counts in a row. You've seen everything. As a hitter, you feel pretty comfortable. You stay committed to the fastball here. Look for the runner at first base. Also start as well.
Runner goes. Moore catches the inside corner. The throw down to second is in time as well. And just like that, the Seminoles are out of it.
Both starters ran into a little bit of trouble. How do you respond? Hunter Carnes to McCulley with the quick tag. Bottom of the second we go.
Tie game early. We're through 1.5 of our first game in Tallahassee. Plenty of other college baseball happening elsewhere as Georgia Tech, man, 7 home runs to slug it past UIC in the Atlanta Regional. Milwaukee entered this tournament with a losing record overall. That's just win number 26 for them as they knock off number 4 Auburn. And East Carolina with a thriller against Tennessee, extra innings, the victory in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, good for Milwaukee. Lace them up, new season, never know what you're gonna get in college baseball.
Fouled away by Gabe Frazier. It's 1-1. Bottom of the order for FSU. 7, 8, 9. Frazier, McCulley, Fisher.
Liam O'Leary looking for a shutdown inning here.
O'Leary off the mark, 2-1.
Gabe Frazier's really made a big difference in this offense ever since he was inserted back into the lineup defensively as well. He's been fantastic.
Now 3-1. Trying to make it a clean second after giving up the leadoff home run to John Stutzer in his first frame, then walked 2 batters in a row. Very unlike O'Leary. That one's a drive out to left field, way back, and that one's gone. First inning, leadoff home run. Second inning, leadoff home run. This time, Gabe Frazier delivers.
First homer of the year. For Gabe Frazier, once again, getting in these hitters' counts. In the postseason, everybody's juiced up, fired, ready to go. They're hunting their pitch. Well, you get to a hitter's count. You look up and out over the plate, exactly where these hitters are attacking. You put the barrel to the baseball. And good things happen. Just like that, Knowles respond back. Fired up.
2-1 on 3 solo homers. And a called strike to Carter McCulley. So if you're a guy like O'Leary, Dev, and you like to go deep into games, you don't like to give up the home runs, but they're both solo shots. Like, you can live with that.
Yeah, and I think it's a part of what he does, right? He's a little bit of a throwback pitcher. It's not the big-time velocity, not a ton of strikeouts. He just pounds the strike zone. He looks for contact. The only issue is you have to avoid those hitters' counts.
Another line drive out into left field, and it drops on a short hop, gloved by Luis Rodriguez. Otherwise, that could have been trouble. It's a single for McCulley. And Rodriguez, who stumbled into the play, could be hurt, and it certainly looks like it.
Just never see a player's foot stick in the ground.
This is a really tight-knit group, as we've learned over the past couple of days, observing this St. John's club. Something you know the rest of the team hates to see.
Man. Luis Rodriguez has had such a great year. .303 batting average, 10 extra base hits. Let's hope this young man's all right. Sinking line drive, and you see his foot sticks, gets caught in between the decision he wants to make and just falls back on his leg. But he's up. It's a good sign.
To a round of applause from those in attendance. And certainly like to see that he's putting weight on his foot.
Such a good sign.
Yeah,
that's a
great sign for a guy who is really a heartbeat kind of guy for this St. John's team. 9-hole hitter, but it's such an important spot in the order for them.
He has been great all year long.
Looks like Dylan Fitzsimmons is on his way out to left field to replace Rodriguez.
Ultra talented left-handed freshman.
So Fitzsimmons out to replace Rodriguez. He, it looks like, is moving to right field, whereas Bernardini is headed to left. All right, so we got off to a fast start. That's slowed it down a little bit. Liam O'Leary's got to settle back in to face Cal Fisher at the bottom of the order for Florida State.
Yeah, back to work we go. Home run, single to lead off the inning. Cal Fisher, this is the guy for me with the Noles. It's the guy that I circle. I absolutely love watching this guy play. He's had a tough year, but a lot of big moments in the postseason.
Takes strike one. Fisher, a guy too, you can just tell the sense around the team is they really want him to turn a corner, right?
He's a team favorite, he's a captain.
That one sprayed into the air to right field. And Fitzsimmons found by the baseball immediately.
Nice response.
That's the first out, and it gets the order turned back up top to John Stutzer.
First time up, John Stutzer. First pitch of the game that he saw. Home run, fired up. Just a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. Bright future ahead.
And first pitch swinging, Stutzer puts it deep into right field this time. At the track, Fitzsimmons with a couple of consecutive fly balls caught after entering the game.
That ball will always find you in this game.
All right, so that's a little more O'Leary-like. Get a couple fly ball outs early in counts. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
That's what he does. He searches for early contact. It's just incredibly important. The execution, even when you do fall behind, you just can't leave pitches up or out over the heart of the plate.
He starts Braden Dowd with a miss of the strike zone, 1-0. Dowd walked his last time up. He's now reached base in 29 consecutive games.
What a grab out of the portal from USC for Florida State. More walks than strikeouts. Big-time juice, controls the strike zone for an offense overall that he chases a little bit more than Link and his staff would like. This has been the one steady guy in this lineup that has really just grinded out at bats.
Called strike, and it's 2-1.
Second longest active streak in the ACC. He's hitting the leadoff spot. He's hitting the 5-hole, 3-hole, all over the lineup, just trying to find a way, and he's really settled here in the 2 spot.
He's got 3-1. Now Florida State's offense is really pushing O'Leary, who's at 34 pitches, not in any kind of grave danger yet, but that matches his season high 3 walks.
Wow. Well, you know what? When you get to a 3-1 count, you got the team leader in home runs up, and there's 2 outs. You can't just serve him up a free kick cookie. You make a competitive pitch. If he takes it, you move on.
First pitch, bounced over and foul.
A lot of early breaking balls from Liam.
ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals. For around-the-clock multi-game coverage, scan the QR code below. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play. Certainly a lot of fun stuff going on today. Squeeze Play.
Oh, it's so great.
Our friends over there. Maybe the best way to make sure you're not missing anything. Upsets.
A great job they do.
Called strike. Dev, we could be on Squeeze Play right now.
We
don't
sure
even
could.
know.
Yeah, crucial situation here early on in this ball game. Runes and the crew.
Feels like a big pitch for Liam O'Leary. 2 strikes, 2 away. He gets a swing and a miss, and Brody DeLamielleure strikes out to retire the side. A 2-1 lead for Florida State on 3 solo home runs. We'll talk to Florida State head coach Link Jarrett when we return. First game of the opening round here in Tallahassee. Florida State with a 2-1 lead through 2 over St. John's as we welcome in Link Jarrett. Link, a couple of hours delayed prior to the start of this one, yet John Stutzer, your leadoff hitter, hits the first pitch out for a 1-0 lead. And Bryson Moore's looked pretty good so far. You got to like the way your guys have responded.
Yeah, no, I do. Stutzer had waited long enough, and we talked about the aggressiveness of our team and lineup and how they relentlessly hack. So we've tried to hone that a little bit. I think we had a decent idea going in. O'Leary, he's a workhorse. He logs tons of innings. We don't have anybody at 100, and we've had really successful starts out of our starting pitchers. So the management of the breaking ball, he's got two distinctly different shapes with the breaking ball, and Stutzer got what I think was probably a curveball to start it off. And Frazier as well, that was a 3-1 fastball. And Agresti, their catcher's very physical. I think that's what his 18th home run. And you look at some of the games, we had obviously time to watch a little bit. The ball seems to be flying all over the country. So we're in that mix. And we need Bryson to just settle and do what he's done. He answered for us so many times when we had our back against the walls in some Sunday games, and when you get to this point, your back's always against the wall, so you have to execute and deliver.
Love it. We'll let you get back to it. Good luck, Link.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Link.
Rob Mansour, the leadoff batter for St. John's, will be followed by Fitzsimmons, the injury replacement. Foul off of his own body, 1-1.
You think about all the big-time starts that Bryson Moore's been able to deliver this year. You look at Stanford, look at Georgia Tech, albeit he had to come out of that game early. Last week, 2 weeks ago against Miami, he's delivered in the big moments.
Now 1-2. So Moore has had to kind of battle back after some first pitch balls to batters. It was 4 straight to Mansour. But here we go, a strike, a foul, 1-2.
Those pitch strikes are huge.
Just nicked and fouled to keep it at 1-2. We've been talking a lot about O'Leary for St. John's and how deep he is accustomed to going into games. To contrast, Bryson Moore, though effective, has only averaged 63 pitches per start this season. So you're not going to get quite as much length out of him, but I think if you're Florida State, you feel maybe a little bit better than St. John's in terms of your depth and overall arm talent.
Certainly first year back to off of injury, first year starting. They've built him up slowly. It's also nice to have pieces like Kinnear and Nebo and Abraham in the backside of the bullpen.
Full count worked by Mansour. Swing and a miss. Third punch out. Forgive me, 4th strikeout for Bryson Moore.
Yeah, rear back, let it fire, Bryson. I'd like to see him. Just keep attacking with that fastball. It looks good today. It's live. Right at the catcher's mass. Ton of carry. Good start to this inning for Bryson.
So now it is time for Dylan Fitzsimmons' first plate appearance in place of Luis Rodriguez after the injury he suffered in the outfield.
Just a freshman. He's come up big, had a big hit. Big East tournament last week, 2-run double.
Swinging away, sends it out of play, 2 strikes.
Pretty good numbers right there for a freshman.
He's also started 43 games, so it's not like he's uncomfortable being thrown in here.
It's big. Get your feet wet, find a way to get in the rhythm, get the favorable matchups, get to the postseason, you never know.
More the 1-2. Into the air, foul ground down the line and into the bleachers. And caught, evidently.
Florida State fans, athletic, man. Great fan base here in Tallahassee.
I mean, 2 hours of a delay due to storms that at one point got pretty intense.
And they went nowhere.
And here we go. They just stayed put.
That's right.
1 and 2, take 2. Down and in.
Already the 50th pitch. On the way here, not even through the third. It's been a nice plan of attack for St. John's early.
Two from Moore, tapped straight down and foul.
Pitching coach Micah Posey has done an incredible job with these pitchers all year long.
But Simmons shuffles out of the way. Suddenly he's seen 7 pitches his first time up.
In the 8th pitch on the way. Ripped fastball. 5th 3-ball count of the day.
Right over the middle, into center field, and it drops and rolls to the wall. Fitzsimmons with extra bases, holds up easy at second, and has a double to turn the order over.
What an at-bat by the freshman, thrown in the ball game, cold off the bench. A little bit of a miscue. Out in center field. Beautiful look at this right here. It's a rocket shot. Those are the hard ones to read, but he breaks in. And it costed him. Runner in scoring position for St. John's. A lot of good at-bats today. Mentioned the elevated pitch count for Bryson Moore. Lack of first pitch strikes. Flipping it to the top of the order. Guy hitting .452 with 3 homers with runners in scoring position.
And John LaGrande yanks the first pitch on the ground foul. He's got 0-1. Ground ball to second base his first time up is 0 for 1.
Yeah, he's such a pesky player. High bat-to-ball skills. Not a lot of swing and miss. Aggressive early in the count. Cuts his swing down late. And delivers in the big moments.
LaGrande swings through 0-2.
Changeup he just ripped, played like a cutter. Now you're way ahead. Jam for the strikeout here, nothing in the zone, something in and out.
0-2, close take by LaGrande, and he hangs in there.
Quality pitch, great take. Changeup, good take there.
Grande fights it off.
Slider, 3 changeups in a row. Elevated fastball up, something out over the plate. Still going for the strikeout here if you're Moore.
'20th pitch this frame coming for Moore on just the 3rd batter. And a throw over to second, and they get Fitzsimmons.
That's highly trained there. This is a play you see being thrown in a lot more in today's game. The drop play. Catcher's glove, watch, catcher drops. It's cued in off the shortstop, so the second the shortstop breaks, catcher drops his glove. Everybody already signaled that the sign's on. You make a good throw, it's executed well, you got him.
Mike Hampton out to dispute or get a clarification. Some kind of conversation with home plate umpire Clint Fagan.
Yeah, not sure. Everything was pretty clean there.
I mean, this has to be about the play at second. It couldn't be anything else, right?
Yeah. Nothing really popped up there that stuck out to me other than that's pretty
Something
well
with
executed.
the move by Moore, maybe? Yeah,
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I have no idea. But a big out for the nose there.
All right, this is pitch number 20 of the inning. And it's a line drive down in right. Here goes LeGrande on his way to second and turns on the brakes in a hurry. Man, he had a head of steam on that round, but the Lamalier out in right said not so fast.
Yeah, great job cutting that ball off. You know, you got a guy at the plate. Golden rule, 2 outs. If you have a chance to make it to second base, you go ahead and take it. But how big was that out at second base? As you see, something soft, ripped over Ben Barrett's head. But look at Lamalier, cuts it off in throwing position, throws a dart. How big was that play, though? That pickoff at second base, don't forget that one. Big time.
That's the second of a couple of base running mishaps for St. John's. Remember, earlier in the game, it was Will Cowan starting from first base, trying to get from first to third, and unable to do so on that hit that was into left.
Yeah, and it's a...
The pickoff move to LeGrande. He's a little shaken up, it looks like.
Take a minute, get time if you need it. Ooh, hard tag. You mentioned the base running miscues, D. This is an aggressive group, and we talked about it early, right? And how do you get to the postseason and just shut it down? Hey, we're not going to do that anymore. No, this is what they've done all year long. It's why they've had success. And go ahead and fix it in between innings. It's an aggressive group, and I think that's the way to beat the Seminoles if you roll down to Tallahassee.
I think LeGrande is the perfect picture of that, too. 24 stolen bases. He's been caught stealing 10 times.
Yep.
That's very aggressive. But it works more often than it doesn't. That's the formula for the Red Storm.
And be a good base runner, can't be scared.
Here he goes for second. The throw down from Carnes, not in time, and he overslid the bag, so the tag executes the out.
Heady play. Well-trained players everywhere here in Tallahassee. Link Jarrett, you think infield, you always think great infield. And he's safe. He beats the play to second base. But the rule, you hold the tag on just in case that happens right there.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
Tallahassee, one of 16 roads to Omaha. Florida State St. John's in progress now to play the winner of Coastal Carolina and Northern Illinois, as those two victorious will remain in the winner's bracket. It's a first pitch called strike to Hunter Carnes as we begin the bottom of the third inning. Out back now, 2 strikes. As Liam O'Leary continues to manage the pitching for St. John's.
Go to that fastball a little bit more.
Look at that. Curveball. Takes a while to get there. Carnes waits on it and wastes it.
And breaking balls are his pitch. Slider. Bigger curveball to a batter's face. 8 first pitch strikes. Big key coming into this ball game. He's working ahead. Using that fastball early though. Get him off his breaking ball. Knowles look like they're looking for it early on in the at-bat.
Bounces another one, 2-2. O'Leary, though, averages 105 pitches per start this season. Coming off of a season-high 137 in his last start in the Big East tournament.
He's a workhorse. What a year. 2 earned runs. First game of the Big East tournament.
8 innings, second most for him this season. Slow roller over the middle. The throw from shortstop on the run. Mansour makes a great play. And Carnes is retired.
They can play some defense here. St. John's fielding almost at a 980 clip. You got a guy on the mound that attacks the strike zone, pitches the contact. You got to have good defense. Nice play there on the run.
Stretch by McMillan on the backside, too. And Barrett swings away on the first. Struck out his first time up. Big swing into the air, didn't quite get all of it. And it's a fly ball for the second away.
Just off the end of the bat right there by Ben Barrett.
So that's 2 down. That looked similar to Stutzer's home run swing from the first, right? Go after a breaking ball down and away. That one might have just been a little too far down and away.
I think the big key was down though, right? Stutzer's was a little bit more up in the zone. He got a little more barrel to it, but well located breaking ball, big key.
Swing and a miss from Nate Schmela. 1-1. O'Leary doing a great job getting ahead in counts to this point, and he baits Schmela outside for a swing and a miss to make it 2 strikes.
When I mentioned he's going to the fastball a bit more.
Yeah.
6 breaking balls in a row. Stay in the booth, Devin, and just watch the game.
2-2 with 2 away. Another breaking ball, bounced and foul. Well, between the slider and the curve, he does throw breaking ball over 50% of the time this season.
Allows his fastball to play up. A lot of soft, slow you down, sets up the opportunity where he does get swing and miss from righties with the fastball up in the zone.
Another 2-2, drops into the strike zone, and it's watched for the 3rd strike. A 1-2-3 frame in the bottom of the 3rd. Lots of emotion in this one. Back and forth we go as it's 2-1. Florida State leads St. John's. One-run lead for Florida State over St. John's, the 4 seed here in the Tallahassee Regional as we enter the 4th inning, and there's just so much resolve when you think about this St. John's team getting off to that 1-10 start at the beginning of their year, coming through as Big East tournament champions by the end of it.
I think that the biggest thing, right, in talking to Coach Hampton was the resolve is what he's most proud of with this team. It's Northeast baseball, and it's tough, hard-nosed kids that just get after it every day. And I think they looked in the mirror, and they just said, hey, guys, what can we do different here? And the biggest thing that stood out to me that we heard yesterday was we started playing for our team and not our stats, the scoreboard anymore. And I think great things happen when you do that. Coach Mike Hampton has done an incredible job with this club. 12th Big East title for St. John's. So impressive.
Red Storm, the only double champion in this regional. A share of the regular season Big East title, as well as Big East tournament champions. As it's rolled over to second, to Jader Rafestanger is the first away. So St. John's tore through the Big East tournament championship, and it required some timely hitting along the way.
And that's what you got to have in the postseason. Coach Hampton told us our brand of baseball. It's throw strikes, command the zone, play good D, timely hits, and then you get to do the fun part. You get to hoist the trophy and play postseason baseball. What a run it's been for this crew. It's a gritty bunch. They're playing good baseball early on today.
And this is a program too, Dev. I mean, it's been a while. 1980 was their last one, but been to the College World Series 6 times.
Yeah, that was shocking to me. That's a lot of college baseball. 6 times to the College World Series. Won at least 1 game in 9 of their last 10 regionals.
Now ball over to short, and McMillan unable to run it out. Throw from Frazier.
Good response to this inning by Moore. Living down in the zone. Weak contact, ground balls. He's got a lively fastball. He gets a ton of swing and miss on the fastball up in the zone, which makes it incredibly important for him to work down early and establish it.
He's thrown 6 pitches to get 2 outs here. Last frame, pretty weird. 23 pitches. He did face the minimum, but he gave up a couple of hits.
Base running.
First pitch skied by Adam Agresti into foul ground, and it drops near the corner for an 0-1.
Not a ton of foul ground at Florida State, but that is the one little nook. Gets bigger. Oh, fence open.
Make sure that thing's locked up, McCullough. I don't know. Maybe you want the give if you're just going to slam right into it.
Okay, good point.
So it's strike 1 to Agresti. Home run to lead off the top of the second, his first time up. Cuts through, and he's got 2 strikes. Lofted into center field. And a leaping catch made by Braden Dow. So 3 up, 3 down. We'll talk to St. John's head coach Mike Hampton when we come back. Florida State 2, St. John's 1 through 3.5 here in Tallahassee as St. John's head coach Mike Hampton now joins us. Coach, your guys are playing tough with the 10th overall seed nationally. What do you think of your team's performance to this point?
Well, we're battling in there. I mean, we're making some kind of silly mistakes on the bases especially. We've kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. But, hey, they're going out there and they're competing pretty good right now at this point.
Coach, Liam O'Leary's been fantastic all year. What have you liked, what you've seen out of him today?
Hey, he throws strikes. He goes after guys. He doesn't shy away from anybody. He's not getting ahead as much as he normally does, but I'm sure there's a little bit jitters. I'm sure we're going to see the normal Liam.
All right, we'll let you get back to it. Thanks,
Appreciate
Mike.
it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
One-run game. And a first pitch misses high to Gabe Frazier. That was Juan Soto-ish that sort of strut away from that miss of the strike zone by O'Leary.
A little bit of swagger.
Yeah, first home run of the season, his first time up. Maybe feeling himself a little bit. O'Leary off the mark, and it's 2-0.
Coach Hampton say falling behind guys. Here again.
O'Leary, 3 walks so far in the game. Trying to avoid a 4th.
You know, Frazier's hunting once again. That fastball.
Just off the mark inside, and Frazier takes ball 4.
That was a good pitch.
But got behind in the count, which again sends O'Leary into uncharted territory. 4th walk of the season. It's the first time he's had, or 1st walk of the game, first time this season he's had that many in a start.
Yeah, and you heard the jitters. That check swing, I tell you, pitch looked pretty good. Check swing was pretty close. Knowles get the call for both, but it's the jitters, right? It's the postseason. Fired up. Big fan base here in Tallahassee. It's loud. You're playing against the Seminoles. He'll settle down. He's worked out of some big jams today already. Another good pitch.
Yet 1-0 to Carter McCauley. And McCauley drives it out to left field. It is caught shy of the wall. A scary first out.
Link. Like the button he pressed right there, hit and run, 1-0 count. Knowing he's going to get something right over the heart of the plate. Nice swing, but a great play out in left field by Bernardini.
Brings up Cal Fisher 0 for 1 with a fly to right back in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss, 0-1. O'Leary, at his previous stops, a big game postseason pitcher. At Lackawanna Community College a season ago, a couple of gems on the way to the NJCAA Division II World Series for the Falcons. The region title game, he tossed 8 innings and struck out 13. And then in the district title game to get them to that World Series, 14 strikeouts.
He's done a nice job. You never know what you're going to get, right? Junior college baseball, the transfer portal. You got guys coming in from everywhere, switching levels. You don't really know what you're going to get until the season starts. And think about the 15 starts that he's had, 5+ innings pitched, 6+ innings, and 10 out of the 15. And he's pitched in big games, and really the only way to be experienced and feel great in those moments is to do it.
0-2 fouled away by Fisher. He's only given up the couple solo home runs, still presumably a really long way to go for O'Leary.
That's a good.
Again with 2 strikes, and it's fouled straight back.
Down in the zone early, elevated fastball. So the bat goes on later. I'd like to see him double up here, a little bit higher.
And it is into left field. So Fisher delivers.
It's awesome. 0-2 count. Fastball up. I think Fisher just flat out sold out to the breaking ball. I mean, look at that. He's going down to drop and block. But he's a smart hitter, and he's an experienced hitter, and he's having a tough year offensively. But here's the postseason, and what an opportunity he has to flip the script. He's a junior. The draft pressure is incredibly real. He's had a nice college career coming up to this point. Good for that young man right there. Keep battling.
Bottom of the order for Florida State, meaning their 7, 8, 9 batters now 3 for 5 at the plate, including the home run by Frazier, singles for McCulley and Fisher.
Think about losing Miles Bailey. Felt like the season was over for the Noles when Miles Bailey went down, and you know, Link talked about it. Mentioned it to us yesterday how hard it was to put this lineup together every single day, and it's a collective effort. There's some young guys in this lineup, and even the older guys, they don't have a ton of experience in the ACC. It takes some time. You got to have production out of the bottom of your lineup in the postseason. It's been good today.
John Stutzer is 1 for 2. He started it with a leadoff home run on the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the first inning. And that got the scoring started. So now we're at 2-1. The score, 3 solo home runs.
Crazy.
Chance with runners on here, and he takes there to make it 1-1.
Cade O'Leary here looking for a ground ball. Want to live down in the zone. Speedy runner at the plate.
This over the top. 2 balls, 1 strike. Seminoles 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position today.
That by Cade right there. 2-1 count. Challenge. Fastball right at him. Liam, excuse me.
And he gets Stutzer to chase.
There it is. Great response by Liam. He's pitching these big moments. FSU now 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Slider down. Looks like a heater the whole way till it's not. It's a big out. 1 more to go.
It's not a lot of strikeouts, but that's his 4th of the day. And I gotta say, Dev, each of them has felt like it's been in the appropriate spot in terms of when you want that to be the case.
Gotta make your best pitches in the biggest moments.
First pitch, a line drive, and it's down in right center for Dowd. He drives in 1 with the single, trying to stretch it to second. No throw. He's in there safely.
Braden Dowd delivering a big 2-out knock. First hit of the day with runners in scoring position. A changeup once again, well located. That ball's black, maybe a ball off the plate, but he stays through the middle of the field. And nice base running as well by Dowd, taking the extra base. And O'Leary's like, man, I keep making pitches, just keep finding a way.
5 hits for Florida State have come from 5 different players. And a first pitch breaking ball in there to Delamalia. So that was their first hit with runners in scoring position. A couple there for Delamalier here. And it skips away. Yet runners stay put 1-1.
Opportunistic offense, you gotta have hits. Runners in scoring position in the postseason.
Brody Delamalier, a walk and a strikeout so far, riding an 18-game hitting streak. Holds off, and it's 2-1.
That's another good pitch.
The takes have not been easy for the Noles.
No, no.
Delamalier sends it skyward to LeGrande in center, who's there for the catch to retire the side. Through 4 in Tallahassee. It is Florida State 3, St. John's 1.
Welcome to Squeeze Play. All the highlights, all the big moments.
You got a chance to have some big-time fireworks.
6 to 8 games on the screen at one time.
You're going to be locked in for that.
The season on the line.
Hashtag Squeeze Play. Send us some tweets. Maybe we'll put you on the social wall.
The storybook season will continue.
Oh, the best time of the year as we get started here at the Tallahassee Regional. Number 1 seed Florida State against the 4th seeded St. John's, with Coastal Carolina and Northern Illinois a little bit later. We got a long way to go this weekend, Dev.
No, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. This regional's loaded.
Speaking of social media, I know the guys at Squeeze Play like that. How about this that we saw and confirmed earlier today? Unreal college baseball story on a flight, and there's some St. John's fans, students maybe. Apparently one of their players forgot his gray jersey back in New York, so they brought it back to him. A fan.
Perfect.
Brought the player. We did learn who the player was for St. John's, but we understand they might be in some hot water, so we're going to leave that out of the story.
We'll stay away from that. People helping people.
Love that. Maybe you got, you know, I don't know, a Western Studies class with a star baseball player. You know, we're going to be down here anyway.
Yeah.
Help the cause. Will Cowan zips it down the line, fair, and into the corner and left. Cowan on his way to second as a leadoff double.
Again, gets to a hitter's count, 2-0. You know he's fired up, ready to go for the big fastball. Gets in on him a little bit, but a tight swing. Finds that third base line. Leadoff man on for St. John's, looking to answer back.
10th extra base hit of the season for Cowan, just his second double.
Good time for it here in the postseason.
Now a runner in scoring position for Christian Bernardini. Or forgive me, Aiden Fry next is Bernardini. He moves to the on-deck circle. Fry whips the first pitch foul. Fry singled his last time up. 1 for 1.
It's a big reason why he's not bunting in this situation. Early on in the ball game, 2-run game, you got a single on your first at bat, let it fire.
Two.
Nice job by Bryson Moore, knowing he's trying to hit behind the runner. Back-to-back breaking balls, well located.
Bryson Moore forces a close take. And Fry makes it 1-2. Now 75 pitches for Moore as pitching coach Mike Capozzi monitors the situation. And Moore gets a foul tip, swing and miss for strike 3.
Rear back and fire, soft early. Speed him up late, well located right there. Fastball up, off the plate a bit. 5th strikeout of the day, 4th via the fastball.
Now Christian Bernardini looks at the first to strike. Into right field, back toward the wall, and off of it. The throw into the infield keeps it at a single, but Cowan comes around to score from second and makes it 3-2.
It's a beautiful piece of hitting right there by Bernardini. Try to sneak the fastball in right there, but a short, simple swing. Right here, try to go in. Never a good sign when you set up into a righty. The catcher reaches out, back over the plate, misses over the heart. And in right field, Delamalier bounces off the wall. A little bit of a bobble, one out there. It's Golden Rule, you're halfway. Big run.
No hesitation that time from Cowan, who got caught in the first to third situation, getting thrown out his first time on the base paths earlier in the game.
Yeah, and he did everything right there. One out, you want to be halfway.
There goes the runner, and it is fouled away by Rob Mansour.
Hit and run right there.
And Bernardini only 4 stolen bases this season.
I like it. 1-0 count, 1-run ball game, all the momentum on your side. Keep your foot on the gas pedal.
Now 1-2. That was the sweeper. Into the air left field. Dowd calls for it. That's 2 away. So some harmless contact elicited by Bryson Moore.
Bryson Moore, 82 pitches. Not through the 5th inning yet. Big game plan coming into this for St. John's. Find a way to get in that bullpen, get the starter out of the ball game.
Had the rise there in the 2nd and 3rd. He's been more effective coming out of that.
Yeah. Yep.
Couple of tries over to Bernardini. to the plate, and a strike to Dylan Fitzsimmons. Doubled his first time up. Worked an 8-pitch plate appearance. Count was full. He fouled off a couple and shot it out to center field.
He looks in control. Slow moving.
And there for strike 2. Pitch misses. Runner on a bit of a delay. Bernardini slides in safely. I think it caught Carnes, the catcher, off guard too, because he wanted strike 3 called.
That was some great stuff right there. That sure was a delayed steal. Lefty at the plate, which makes it even harder for the catcher to see. Middle infielders. Every single time the catcher catches the ball, you should take a step in there. Just a great job. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Or the 2-2 now. It's fouled by Fitzsimmons.
Just adds the pressure pitches for Moore with the runner in scoring position.
Bryson Moore now at a season-high 87 pitches thrown. He had thrown 86 twice this year. And he gets a wave and a miss. Foul tip, strike 3, the 6th punch out for Bryson Moore, strands the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Bryson, gotta find a way. There's that changeup. 6 strikeouts for Bryson. Bottom of the 5th we go.
Three to 2 in Tallahassee, but we've still got a ways to go. 3-2, the final score over in the Los Angeles bracket. St. Mary's knocks off the #1 overall seed Bruins of UCLA.
Shocker.
Unbelievable.
First #1. Raw seed to lose their opener.
So they go down to an elimination game to be played tomorrow. They'll get the loser of Virginia Tech Cal Poly. Weak flare off of Hunter Carnes' bat is squeezed for the first out. I wish, you know, the guys on Squeeze Play encourage GIFs or GIFs, however you say it. I'm not going to be offended. They like those sent their way. So by all means, if you're watching Squeeze Play, participate there. I wish I could capture your, Dev Travis's, reaction to that score when we saw it prior to coming back from break and make that a GIF to send to those guys. That was That was priceless. You pointed at the 2 over top of the UCLA logo as if to say, no, that's a typo, they're number 1. I'm like, Dev, that's the score.
Yeah, baseball. I cannot believe that one. Good for St. Mary's.
Good for them. Man, we've seen it's been some kind of tournament the first few hours here, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Number 4 Auburn, number 9 Southern Miss upset as well today. The good stuff.
East Carolina beating 2-seed Tennessee.
Yeah.
And we got a good one here. Number 4 St. John's. 1 seed Florida State Seminoles. 38 NCAA tournament appearances. And it's a tight game here in the middle innings.
Liam O'Leary just off the mark outside to Ben Barrett. And it's a full count. Strike 3. O'Leary continues to deal. So to recap, these have been the featured upsets today. Milwaukee, who still has a losing record overall, topples number 4 Auburn. Little Rock defeating Southern Miss.
Postseason baseball, man.
Again,
anything can happen.
We're not even a full day in.
Yeah.
One and one to Nathan Schmela. Spinning ground ball makes its way foul.
Liam's really settled down in this ball game. The misses have been good. Down in the zone, running just off the plate. Got to credit these Florida State hitters. They've had some excellent takes in this game, but you can see why. He's a guy that goes out every single game and just gives you nothing but length.
Swung on and missed. Tag applied, and it's the second 1-2-3 frame for Liam O'Leary today.
6 strikeouts on the day. Yeah, he's got great command of that breaking ball. He's well locating it down in the zone. Yeah, St. John's, middle innings, tight game.
Let's take a look at today's Capital One rewarding performance. How about Bryson Moore? 5 innings, 2 runs on 6 hits. He struck out 6 as his day is now done with Florida State in the lead.
He did not have his best stuff today, but what do really good starters do? They keep their team in the ball game, and he was pretty fantastic overall. 5 innings pitched, just 2 runs, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts to go along with it. Nice day for Bryson.
On a career-high 88 pitches, he labors in this first game, the opening round. Florida State hosting, trying to get it to the winner's bracket as he is replaced by Chris Kinnear. This guy's really come on as one of their more preferred arms out of the bullpen.
He has been absolutely fantastic for the Noles. He's a bulldog. He gets on the mound, he just attacks. Nasty slider, fastball, he'll elevate, gets a lot of swing and miss up there. Curveball's continuing to get better and better. It's a little split change that he's working on. Nasty as well. Really good guy to bring out of the bullpen for the Noles here in the middle innings.
Moore got through the order 2 times fully, so it's John LeGrande, the leadoff batter, who fouls away the first for St. John's.
St. John's has the guy that they want up here.
Line drive, and it's down and left. Second hit of the day for LeGrande.
Beautiful piece of hitting there by LeGrande. Leadoff man on again for St. John's.
LeGrande's great-grandfather, Larry, is in the Negro Leagues Hall of Fame. Born and raised in Roanoke, Virginia. Played for the Kansas City Monarchs. Played on Satchel Paige's All-Stars, that barnstorming team from back then.
So cool. So cool. He talked about the stories from his grandfather and what he learned from him and the important facets of the game that he should always stay focused on. Catch Satchel Paige in an All-Star game, man. Incredible.
There's a hard start and hard stop for LeGrande there as the count goes to 2-0 for Rafe Stanger.
24 stolen bases on the year for LeGrande. He never really has a steal sign. It's a green light. He's just trying to see where he can get a good jump. Trust it when you get it.
Fouled away. Rafe Stanger's count, 2 balls, 1 strike. It was so cool talking to LeGrande yesterday about his great-grandfather. How great to have a figure like that in your life with you for so long and so many of the formative years of it. Even the simple things, like he kind of laughed and talking to you was like, he always told me to just line up my knuckles, right, on the handle of the bat. Such a simple thing, but
it's important. It's the little things in this game truly make the biggest difference.
There goes LeGrande, pitch misses inside. Carnes' throw is high and not in time. And now LeGrande is in scoring position.
Great pitch to steal on there too. Great jump, 2-1 count. Little breaking ball. Yeah, great jump, nice job. Another man in scoring position. Flat out fly, look at this. Easy.
Upstairs, ball 4. Jader Rafe Stanger makes his way to first, and there's 2 on with no outs.
Quality at bat, laying off those marginal pitches. And a meeting for Micah Posey coming up.
Posey has done such a fantastic job with this pitching staff this season. We talked earlier about the starting rotation. Wes Mendez, ACC Pitcher of the Year. That's going to be on Posey's resume forever now. But the trio of them, significant when you look at a regional setting, right? And you're trying to plot things out. to prime yourself for success, and Moore, not their ace, right? That's Mendez. They hold Mendez for later in the weekend. Moore gets the start today, turns in a great performance, but man, St. John's has kept it tight.
Yeah, Mike Posey's done such a great job this year with his staff. He calls all the pitches. And a big jam here.
Sean McMillan, the batter, and a big swing and miss for an 0-1 count. St. John's with multiple base runners on at the same time for the first time today.
Yeah, they got to capitalize here. McMillan at the plate, not a guy that's going to bunt. Big time juice.
Comes around a little more than halfway for strike 2.
Just a little overzealous there. That's 2 swings this at bat out of the zone by McMillan. St. John's 1 for 3 today with runners in scoring position.
And a timeout. Offensive conference is all here.
Yeah, I like this right here. This is fantastic. Third base coach John Valenti. McMillan, you can tell he's heart's beating a little fast, and he's so fired up to deliver in this moment. It's probably a little reminder, hey, slow down, stay in your zone. He hasn't really been around the zone too much. Push him toward the middle of the plate. Hey, nice and simple. Use your 2-strike approach. This ball's got to be in play here. Right man, right spot. Believe in yourself.
McMillan has started every game this season for St. John's. He's come through in some major ways for the Red Storm. Here's a 1-2. He lays off.
Tries to go to the banger slider there. Probably going to see it again. Great take. Back to back.
And now a full count for McMillan. Tying run is in scoring position. 3-2, grounded over to shortstop. Flipped to second. McCauley's turn, and the Seminoles get the double play.
Pitcher's best friend, Chris Kinnear. Way to deliver. They decide to go with the fastball. Located on the outer edge of the plate. Well hit, but right at the shortstop in that defense. You gotta have it in the postseason. Link, can you find a way to give me a defense that can get the job done? And they have. It's been a nice defense as this season has progressed, and a big double play there for the Noles.
So LeGrande to third base, and now Florida State chooses to intentionally walk Adam Agresti, something he's grown accustomed to this season.
13 intentional walks. This is probably why right here. I mean, he's got big juice, man. I mean, you come into a game in the postseason, and every single game your back is against the wall. That's the guy they circled. We will not let that guy beat us.
So now, with Agresti at first, LeGrande at third, it's Will Cowan, who doubled his last time up. Walked his first time up, so I mean, they've not gotten Cowan out so far in this game.
Shows you the respect they have for Agresti.
Strike to make it 2-1. Cowan had a massive Big East tournament, 500 with 2 home runs. It's outside 3-1, so he's got an advantageous count here.
Swinging a hot bat. 3-1 count here.
Did he lay off? Check of the swing over to first, rings him up. Or we'll bring him back to the box rather, as it's strike 2.
3-2, 2 outs, runner from first base will be off on the pitch as we'll get a look here. This is the look we need to see, and that's good call. I'll go with that.
Full count pitch taken, and it's on the outside edge for strike 3.
Chris Kinnear, first and second, no outs. Things look like they may be unraveling for the Noles, but it's the Bulldog, the fireman. Chris Kinnear delivering a perfectly located fastball. Down, away, on the black. Nice job behind the plate by Carnes. And the Noles escape a big jam there.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. We got a good one in our opening round here in Tallahassee. 3-2 lead for Florida State as Liam O'Leary continues to throw. He's been very strong for St. John's, and he delivers a first pitch strike to Gabe Frazier.
It's been good. Living down in the strike zone.
Frazier fouls it away. It's now 0-2. He's got a home run and a walk. A couple of runs scored for the Seminoles. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for FSU. They're a combined 3 for 5. A curveball fouled away.
Get yourself in a hitter's count, young man. Fastball up out over the plate. Shoot it the other way. First homer of the year for Gabe. It's been such a nice addition to this club, man. I mean, got all the plug-in pieces Link's been able to fire. This might be the most important one of the year.
Tight take on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the ground, first base, McMillan's got it. 1 away.
The well-located breaking ball down in the zone. Liam O'Leary's finding his rhythm. Retired 5 in a row. His stuff looks really good. Not a ton of hard contact. Sitting at 94 pitches. He's got a lot of juice left in the tank.
As we said earlier, coming off of a season-high 137 pitches. his effort in the Big East tournament. First pitch breaker in there, called strike to Carter McCauley. One and two.
Just sticking with it. Curveball slider mix.
Leary with 2 strikes, and it's fouled down the line. The NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. And laced up the middle, it's a base knock, the second of the day for Carter McCauley.
3 quality swings today by Carter. Once again, 7, 8, 9, bottom of this lineup. Continue to produce.
Fourth hit for the bottom of the order. Cal Fisher singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. First pitch poked through the right side. McCauley first to third. It rolls away and near the wall. So McCauley scores all the way from first. Cal Fisher holds up at second.
Keeping that pressure on. Hit and run right there. Second one of the day, Link Jarrett put on, and in a great time. You got a guy at the plate, handles the bat pretty well. Excellent bat-to-ball skills. You just got to put the ball on the ground. You got to protect the runner. Good things happen when you play the game the correct way. He does. And Fitzsimmons coming in, attacking the ball, kicks it past somebody, stays with the ball, stays with his coach, and the nose. Still one there. That's a big one.
And it turns the order back over to John Stutzer. 5 of Florida State's 7 hits have come from that bottom of the order, the 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Gotta have it. You gotta have it. You gotta find a way for the bottom of your lineup just to produce and find a way to create traffic. It's been a nice day for him.
And that does it for Liam O'Leary. First from the bullpen on the way for St. John's. Another 100-pitch outing for Liam O'Leary is in the books for St. John's. As the Red Storm within 2 runs, but Florida State threatening in the bottom of the 6th.
Liam O'Leary, man, I love watching him pitch. Just attacks. Kept his team in the ballgame. Nice job today.
They hand the ball to Victor Frederick, who is one of their more trusted guys out of the bullpen. It's a lot of fastball, Devin.
It is a ton of fastball, and it's got sinking action. Wind down, slider, changeup as well. His biggest swing and miss pitch is that slider, 27%. Got to work down here, top of the lineup up for the Noles.
So O'Leary got through the order 3 times, and now it's leadoff man John Stutzer for his 4th plate appearance to be the first assignment for Victor Frederick. With a runner in scoring position and 1 away. Big cut from Stutzer. He's got 0-1.
Nasty. Up in the zone from that arm action. It's going to have a lot of ride. You got to think about being above it. When it's down, it's run and sink. Live arm.
Stutzer non-committal comes around 0-2. And with that, it's 91-92, so it's not overpowering just from a velocity standpoint. But there's something to it. Makes it hard to square up.
From that arm slot, it's some upshoot. 91-92 is probably playing up like 95-96.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Important for right-handed hitters here to keep that front shoulder closed. You want to feel like your back stays to the pitcher for as long as possible here.
Two close takes in a row for Stutzer.
Man.
Two. Fouled off. And it remains 2-2.
That's the approach you want to have. Front shoulder closed, be above the baseball. Ton of ride went up. Got to stay short.
Oh, full count.
Excellent at bat here. Fought his way back. 3-2 count. 6 straight fastballs.
Stutzer has fouled 1 away with 2 strikes. This is the 7th pitch from Frederick. Wave and a miss, strike 3.
We're back in fire. Big strikeout for Frederick. Same thing. Lower arm slot. Shoots it right at the mask. So tough to get on top of. Pitches up in the zone of the pitch that they look the best to hitters. You got some life. 92, 93 up there. Hard to get above.
Braden Dowd has reached base all 3 times he's been up. RBI single most recently, along with a couple of walks, and it's a first pitch strike.
Link's always looking. He's always looking to find something.
He's the kind of guy, he knows too much, Dev. Like, there's always a lever to pull somewhere.
Yeah. You know, the best managers, I feel like when it's the first inning, they're in the 3rd. When it's the 3rd inning, they're in the 5th. 5th, they're in the 7th, and 7th in the 9th. And Link seems to be that way.
Fouled back, now 2 strikes. Jarrett, the kind of guy that will be honest with you about beating himself up after a loss. What could I have done differently?
That's what the good ones do.
Dowd into the air, deep left field. Doesn't have enough. A leap at the wall, and it pops out of the glove. Dowd is up at second, driving in another run. He's got the only two-out hits of the day for Florida State.
Wow. What an effort out in left field by Bernardini. But once again, Dowd, the guy we highlighted at the top. Big hits all year long. 2 strikes, no problem. Up in the zone, I'm just gonna stay short. Look at this. And he took it back. Wow. Dowd couldn't believe it. Off the bat, Dowd thought without question that is a home run. Hits first base, looks up, finds out that Bernardini keeps it in the yard, but nonetheless, another hit with runners in scoring position for Dowder.
RBI double followed up. Brody the Lavalier floats it up, but it is squeezed for the out. Aiden Fry ranging from his position in that shift to keep it at just a 2-run frame for Florida State. Seminoles lead it by 3 through 6. Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Couple scored in the bottom of the 6th for Florida State, so now they lead by 3. St. John's back to the plates as we begin the 7th inning in Tallahassee. Chris Kinnear on in relief for Florida State. Couple of walks in a single in his first inning of work in the 6th. But got a double play and a strikeout, so unscathed. First pitch missed, second lofted deep into left field. And John Stutzer there for the first away.
Chris Kinnear working out of that big jam. He's been the fireman and the workhorse for this Florida State club all year long. Bryson Moore did a fantastic job today, just grinding through. Didn't have his best stuff. Exited the game with Florida State up 3-2. It's been a good ball game. We've had a lot of everything. Base running mistakes, solo home runs, hits with runners in scoring position. It's been 7-8-9 for the Noles that have really come up with the hits today. 4 of the knocks coming from 7-8-9.
Christian Bernardini is the batter for St. John's. He robbed a home run from Braden Dowd that popped out of his glove and turned into an RBI double in the last half inning.
Incredible play. In his glove, double hits the wall, pops back out.
RBI single his last time up. Almost all the way down to a knee, swinging and missing 1 and 2.
Slider, Chris Kinnear didn't really have great feel for it. You can see getting out of that big jam, confidence growing.
Drops it in for strike 3, taken.
There it is again, back to back. He's been so huge for the Noles. Sharp down action. Got it.
His second strikeout, 8th combined when you add that to Bryson Moore's 6. Line drive down the line in right, and it curls foul.
Really good at bats today from St. John's. They've done a nice job laying off those marginal pitches. Hasn't been a ton of chase today. Credit Florida State, they've executed a lot of big pitches with 2 strikes and 2 outs. I've been impressed overall. This St. John's club, and they keep fighting. Still in this ball game, 5-2. 7 outs to go on offense.
Mike Hampton's team, the only double champions in this regional. Chopper to shortstop, handled by Frazier. The throw is there, and that's the 3rd out. Time to stretch it out in T-Town. Another 1-2-3 frame for the Seminoles and Chris Kinnear. The NCAA Baseball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? A 5-2 lead for Florida State. Both starters out of the game. Florida State pitched off, so to speak, with Bryson Moore turning in 5 innings of 2-run ball. Liam Leary, the ace for the Red Storm, pulled after 100 pitches. Admirable effort, but not able to pitch St. John's into a situation where he exits with a lead.
The big key, both starters today kept their team in the ball game. The 4 walks for Liam O'Leary, definitely uncharacteristic. Just 24 walks on the season, coming in with 100 innings pitched. Nerves fired up, but he did a nice job settling down.
Spinner misses away to Hunter Carnes. It's 2-0 to the sophomore catcher. Now 3-0.
3-ball counts. Both sides tonight.
It's off the mark for Victor Frederick. A leadoff walk for Hunter Carnes. He's the 4th leadoff batter to reach safely for Florida State today. The other 3 came around to score. Now 2 of those were home runs.
Leadoff walks will hurt you. When you get to the postseason, getting that leadoff man on, extremely important. It just opens up the playbook. Keeps the pressure on the opposing pitcher and defense.
Brings up Ben Barrett, who's been a revelation in the lineup and playing first base late in the season for Florida State. Two-way guy who's provided certainly some moments pitching for them over the years. And now it'll be a visit to the mound for St. John's. Associate head coach George Brown is the pitching coach. He's the one there to talk with Frederick.
Nobody in the bullpen right here. This is just a simple conversation. 5 straight balls. Settle down. Let's start to work down in the zone a bit. Work that fastball to the glove side. See that 17 pitches, 9 balls, just 8 strikes.
St. John's fans make their way down here.
Oh yeah.
1-0. Frederick misses low, 2-0. Maybe those were the guys who got the player's gray jersey down here from New York.
Exactly.
Hitters count. Barrett leaves it, and it's strike 1.
6 balls in a row, a bit erratic. You want to force him into the strike zone. Still way ahead here. 2-1 count in the driver's seat, hunting middle.
It's upstairs, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike.
And nestled middle here and on the mound. Frederick. Go ahead and attack. Got a pitch of contact here.
Called strike on the inside half.
Tough one. Look for the nose to start the runner here.
There goes Carnes, and it is fouled. So Barrett keeps his full count at 3-2. Ground ball up the middle, flipped from shortstop, the turn, and the Red Storm gets 2.
Yeah, Vic. Great response there, all the way back. Falls behind 3-0. It's a break on the 3-1 pitch and gets a big ground ball there. 6-4-3 double play.
Mansour to Fry to McMillan. And it empties the base paths for Florida State. Nathan Schmela, the batter. Big ball away, 1-0. Schmela strikeouts each of his last 2 times up.
Heavy dose of breaking balls today.
Fastball evens it up 1-1. Fouled a couple of times by Schmela.
That is a tough pitch from that angle, upshoot, in underneath the hands.
Frederick the 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and miss for strike 3. Frederick works around a leadoff walk, gets a double play. Some emotion there as we had toward the beginning of this one. It's a 3-run lead for Florida State. ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals. For around-the-clock multi-game coverage, scan the QR code on your screen. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play. You can hear all about hey nows, real dudes, low oxygen zones, the GIF-GIF debate. We avoided earlier because Devin, I don't think you or I really care all that much.
They do a great job, though. They really do.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh,
it's the best. Nine-1-2 batters for St. John's here as they try to climb back into it. Dylan Fitzsimmons lofts it up into the air and keeps carrying back toward the scoreboard and over the wall, a home run. That looked pretty harmless off the bat, Def, but it just kept going.
They will keep swinging, and you can see tonight the ball really is flying. Up in the zone. Short swing, hands get above the baseball. Keep the barrel high as long as you can. Good things happen. 5-3 ball game. St. John. They won't go away easy.
Fifth of the season for the injury replacement, Fitzsimmons, who entered in place of Luis Rodriguez early in the game. Rodriguez hurt on a play in left field, and it's back to the top of the order, an 0-1 count to John LeGrande.
Spark plug, 2 knocks on the day.
There's Rodriguez. Foot wrapped, showing some love to Fitzsimmons. He picks up the slack. That's what this team's about.
Next man up, you gotta pick your guy up. It's a family group. They play with the same common goal to win the ball game. That leg might be in the cast already.
LeGrande, the spark plug. Multi-hit game. Trying to add another. Into the air. Out of play. Foul ball, strike 2.
It's a Again, that elevated fastball, that sets up the breaking ball. He gets swing and miss on the fastball, up and out of the zone. Oftentimes followed up with that big banging slider.
Kinnear at 2-2. Good take. That one dove in at the back foot of LeGrande.
Excellent take. Great at bats all game long.
Full count, down and in, ball 4. Doesn't matter how, LeGrande happy to reach base safely.
That's a great at bat. After a home run, lays off some tough pitches. Ty Man comes to the plate.
Not before a quick powwow between Hunter Carnes out from behind the plate. Cal Fisher over from third as well.
Johnny Abraham, arguably the best reliever in college baseball. He is back. He is healthy. Big reason for this is to just slow the game down and let Johnny get ready to go. You see him. Man, he's been fantastic. Now junior, better and better every single year. Under control. The walks are limited. The strikeouts are way up. You're going to need him if they want to make a run deep into this postseason.
Speaking of the squeeze play, guys, Abraham, a real dude.
Yes, yes.
Perhaps buying some time for John Abraham as Chris Kinnear contacted on the first pitch. Jader Rafestanger into the alleyway. It was cut off, so it's held just to a single. LeGrande to third. They're at the corners with no outs.
Yeah, St. John's. Done their homework. It's a fastball, once again, up in the zone. You cannot try to do too much. Get the barrel to the baseball. He does. Fired into right center field. Obviously, first to third, that's happening. Great job out in right field, though, by DeLama Lear, keeping the double play in order. In the game tying run at first.
Tying run is aboard. Sean McMillan is the next batter for St. John's. And the infield once again converged onto Kinnear at the pitcher's mound.
They're going to go get Johnny here. Looks like Carter McCulley, a little bit of issue with the pitch comm, so man off to get his pitch comm fixed.
That was happening separately from the.
Yeah. A little gamesmanship, huh?
Could be. I didn't say it. You did. Me over here just assuming the best all the time. That's.
You're a good man. You come get Johnny now. This is Johnny time.
Yeah. There comes Micah Posey. Wouldn't you know it, right? When they got the communication sorted out.
You said it this time.
I did, didn't I? In fairness, what was it? 10 seconds in between? Didn't make much of a difference.
Just 2 extra throws in the pit.
If Posey really wanted the 10 seconds, he could take it.
Yes. Take every second he can get.
And there's the call. Chris Kinnear exits. Enter John Abraham with the tying runner aboard and no outs. Florida State up 2 in the top of the 8th. St. John's trying to come back in this one. They trail by 2, tying runners aboard, no outs in the top of the 8th inning. And Florida State has pulled the big red lever. That means bring Johnny in. John Abraham takes the mound for the first time in 3 weeks. His last appearance was against Clemson on May 8th.
Man, oh man, are they happy to have this guy back. FSU, their last 5 losses, they've allowed 14 runs in the 8th inning or later. Game-winning run in the 8th or later in all 5, which means Johnny Abraham being back is huge. He's got electric stuff. The fastball, he'll run it up to 96 miles per hour. It is a nasty, hard, downer, breaking ball, and a changeup as well. You see those numbers. I think they speak for themselves. It's a great sight for all Seminole fans seeing this guy on the mound right now in a big situation.
A welcome return for those in garnet and gold, especially with the landscape looking as it has so far today. Several upsets of regional hosts. Florida State trying to fend off an upset effort by St. John's. Sean McMillan is the batter. First pitch, chopped but foul, 0-1.
Johnny got away with one right there. Breaking ball up in the zone, just floated. McMillan, a guy with big-time juice.
0 for 3 so far today, though. A strikeout and a couple of ground balls to shortstop, one of which resulted in a double play for Florida State. It bounces away from Carnes. Both runners move. LeGrande slides in and scores to bring it within 1.
Man, I love watching that guy play baseball. Absolutely love it. Electric, aggressive. He is expecting, in his mind, every single time the pitch is thrown, if he's on bases, he is expecting the ball to be in the dirt. He's expecting when that ball's in the dirt, he's gone immediately. And you have to. On this pitch, not that far away, no outs, guy on third. You don't want to make the first out at home. Look at that. It's great baseball, man.
Tying runner in scoring position. A 1-1 to McMillan. Up and in, 2-1.
You wonder, guy missing 3 weeks, coming in a big situation like this in the postseason. Will his stuff be sharp? How long does it take him to get into a rhythm? We don't have much time now.
Another into the backstop this time. Rafe Stanger to third, just 90 feet away from knotting this thing up.
It's a yanked fastball from Johnny. St. Jobs Club, man, they're just relentless. Fastball trying to go in. Left-hand in the batter's box.
2 wild pitches for John Abraham. Still no outs, a massive chance for the Red Storm. Infield in, and it's fouled away.
Another one to hit right there. Late in the ball game. Though it's the third batter in the lineup. It's the tying run at third base. In the infield in, I like it. As a hitter, you're hunting elevation here. Nice and simple. You're just trying to hit a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Hunt elevation.
Full count pitch, misses low. It's ball 4. McMillan walks. They're at the corners, still no outs.
Fantastic at bat right there by McMillan.
Florida State trying to avoid something that rarely happens. 58 consecutive wins when they're up 3 or more after 7 innings.
Oof.
Adam Agresti is the batter for St. John's. They intentionally walked him his last time up. They don't hear, and he fouls it away, tossing the bat into the dugout.
Coach Mike Hampton. Not a me. Look at his boy.
His son Jack Hampton is the team's bat boy. You know what? The guys were giving him grief because he got to take some BP during practice day yesterday.
And he threw his bat just like
Jack,
that.
Jack threw his bat almost identical to that.
Yeah.
Little karma for Agresti.
Yeah, loose wrist, baby. Loose wrist. Oh, how cool is that with his dad's regional in Tallahassee. Big moment, most dangerous hitter in the lineup for St. John's. 18 homers, already a home run today.
0-1. Down into the turf, it gets behind Carnes. They're going to chance it. The throw from behind home plate is off the mark, and we're tied at 5. Jader Rafestanger maybe got bailed out by the inaccurate throw because he hesitated trying to score from third there.
Yeah, he did, and that's a tough one to read. The ball, it's a fastball, it's down. You don't really have a great view with the right-handed hitter, but he trusted his eyes. He kept his feet moving. He got rewarded. We got a tie ball game in Tallahassee. You see, it trickles back. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I still got my feet moving, and he scores.
So now they decide to walk Agresti intentionally, and it puts them at first and second.
There's a bunt situation here.
Not before another visit to the mound. Micah Posey back out from the Florida State dugout.
Unfamiliar territory with Johnny Abraham on the mound.
I mean, it's with the intentional walk to Agresti. It's 2 walks to the only 2 batters he's faced. 2 wild pitches.
And really nothing competitive. And the pitches that have been in the zone really are just spinning breaking balls. 3 weeks off, it takes time, man. He's had an incredible year. His stuff's been always sharp against this St. John's team. Your stuff isn't sharp late in the ball game. You're in danger, and the Noles are in danger now.
Brody Purcell getting warm in the bullpen for Florida State.
Brody filled Johnny Abraham's role over the last 3 weeks when he was out.
Will Cowan 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Corners are in. Here he shows bunts. Stopped by Carnes. And he found it just quickly enough to keep the runners where they are.
That is a huge stop by Carnes. Fastball. Just absolutely rips it. I mean, that's behind a left-handed hitter if there were one. And once again, they're aggressive. They're ready to go. Yeah, you never want to make the first out at third base. Good decision.
Florida State re-racks it. Cowan squares again, drops down the bunt. Abraham fields himself and goes to first for the easy out, giving St. John's what they want, 2 more in scoring position.
Well done. Good baseball. First and second, no outs late in the ball game. You got 3 runs scored in on the inning. Middle of the lineup. Get the ball down. Now second and third, 1 out. St. John's keeps the pressure.
Aiden Fry's up next for the Johnnies. He's 1 for 3.
Like that, choked up on the bat. You got a guy on the mound. Power stuff. You got to really attack elevation here. Watch out for a safety squeeze too.
Infield is all the way in for Florida State, and an action clock violation committed by Abraham.
So 1-0.
That makes it a 1-0 count before a pitch is even thrown.
Infield in here. Now base hit, scores 2.
Stopped by Carnes, 2-0. St. John's just one hit with runners in scoring position today. Man, would they love a second here.
Oof. Big opportunity in the driver's seat. 2-0 count. Johnny Abraham really doesn't have feel for any pitches at the current moment. Aiden Fry, you're just attacking elevation. You're looking for something up in the zone. Let it fly right back through the middle.
Takes a strike.
Rare right on right, change up right there. Well executed. Maybe the pitch Florida State has to go with.
Pounded into the turf, foul, 2-2.
Yeah, back to back, back to back. Well located in. Johnny's a guy that loves to bury that slider, but it's scary at this point. A couple wild pitches, runners scored on both.
Bounces into Carnes' chest and skips away. Man, those have been some close calls on the ones he's got to extend himself to corral.
That's not something that you'll really ever see. Top 10, but that's so big. It's hard to do. That's a spiked changeup, breaking ball.
Full count, 2 in scoring position, and a tie game in the top of the 8th. Abraham's pitch, wave and a miss, a late reaction for strike 3 is the second away. And you saw Coach Hampton mouth it there. Catcher's interference, that is the call. Clint Fagan quickly corrected himself.
Unbelievable.
So Fry not out and instead gets first base.
So look right here. Yeah, hit the strings, and you can even tell Hunter Carnes right away. I mean, Hunter Carnes told the whole story with head coach Mike Hampton in the background saying, "I saw that. I know you saw that."
So this is being reviewed. And they're showing it on the video board here at Dick Howser Stadium. You might imagine Noles fans, you know, it's close enough. You can see what you want to see.
Right. Calling the play, calling the field was catcher's interference. I mean, if I'm reviewing this, I'm going back, I'm looking at Hunter Carnes' reaction. It told the whole story right away. And watch the strings. Oh no, it actually hit the front edge of the glove. It did.
Wow.
It did. Look at the hitter too, right away he looked back.
Mike Hampton in the background too, recognized it right away. Sometimes you do get like a late flailing swing on a pitch like that. Sometimes if it appears that way and it's weird, there's a reason.
After further review, the call of catcher's interference is confirmed. The runner will receive first base.
Well, that's pretty significant. What a turn.
Madness. What a crazy inning. Home run on an 0-2 count. 2 walks on 3-2 counts. Catcher's interference on a 3-2 count. 2 runs scored on wild pitches. Tie ball game. St. John's, an opportunity to go ahead once again.
Bags full, Bernardini. First pitch, pops it up, shallow left field. Frazier from short, and it drops! Fair ball, the throw quickly comes home, and McMillan is tagged.
We have seen at all this inning. What a play. Out in left field by John Stutzer. Ball goes up. Left fielder always has priority over the infielders in this situation, but it trickles right off his glove. But John Stutzer, you're watching at home, the play is never over until the play is over. You expect the worst. He did. Knowles, big break.
Wow. So Hunter Carnes shaken up a little bit, got some attention prior to our resumption here. Bases loaded again. Rob Mansour is the 9th batter of the frame for the Red Storm, and he takes 1-0. Laced but foul. Mansour turned on it in search of his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 3.
Fastball in, changeup in. This will be the pitch that's getting Johnny Abraham back on track. An opportunity here for some momentum for the Noles. What an opportunity here for St. John's. Take a late lead.
On the ground. Squeezed at third, a dive for the bag, and Cal Fisher gets the force out to keep it a tie game.
Crazy, crazy, crazy here in Tallahassee. They got out of that thing, tie ball game. Noles coming up.
Three runs for St. John's in the top of the 8th. Man, that was something.
Unbelievable. 0-2 home run from Fitzsimmons, bringing back some juice to St. John's. And then Johnny Abraham comes in, the fireman, arguably the best reliever in the country. 2 wild pitches, scored 2 runs here to bring this game tight. But they get out of the jam on a really nice play from Cal Fisher, having a good one. Great defense at third base. We got a new ball game here in the bottom of the 8th.
It's been a wacky first day of the NCAA baseball regionals all across the country. This is just our opener from Tallahassee, and it is a good one. 1-0 to Gabe Frazier, bottom of the order for Florida State. But they're 5 for 8, 4 runs scored with 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Huge.
Victor Frederick gets a foul ball, and it's 1-1. First home run of the season earlier today for Gabe Frazier. And now, after a foul ball swing, he's getting looked at.
Grimace pretty quick. It's hot. It's humid in Tallahassee. Cramps are coming. But he wasn't cramping here. Gets into a hitter's count. Fastball up, out over the plate, shoots it the other way. First home run of the year. Postseason. Great time for it.
Frazier stays in there. 1 for 2 with that home run in the second inning. Two and 1.
Noles have had the leadoff man reach base tonight 4 out of 7 innings.
Three balls and 1 strike. Frederick walked the leadoff batter Hunter Carnes in the last frame, then got the double play, a strikeout, got out of it unaffected. That one stroked into right field. Down for a hit. Gabe Frazier hits the brakes and will stay at first.
Five out of 8 back-to-back innings for the Noles. They get their leadoff man on an absolute rocket shot into right field. Down and in, that's cookie zone for lefties. They love it there. High finish, short, simple swing. I'll tell you what, watch this play out in right field by Fitzsimmons. It's a nice job just keeping that ball in front. That's a tricky hop right there. Puts on the brakes.
Man aboard for Carter McCulley.
See if they'll play some small ball here.
McCulley squares, pulls it away, and takes ball 1.
I like this call, bottom of the lineup, although he's got 2 hits today. Cal Fisher also 2 hits. Get him in a scoring position late.
McCulley and Fisher, the final 2 batters in the order to see Frederick for a first time. 2-0.
Just off the plate away. For Frederick, go ahead, let him bunt it. Let him bunt it. Fastball, middle, come right at him. 2-0 count here. Link Jarrett's got options. Do you want to keep the foot on the gas pedal? The guy at the plate swinging the bat well, hit and run.
McCulley fouls it straight back. It's 2-1.
Keeping the bunt on there shows you how important that runner is, and also how much confidence Link Jarrett still does have in Cal Fisher.
Three balls, 1 strike. Florida State trying to give the Red Storm an out.
3-1. I'm going to say you show bunt 2-0, you're going to bunt 3-1 as well.
Action clock violation confirmed. Clint Fagan looked up at the third base umpire, Adam Dowdy, to make sure he had it right. And it's against the batter, so that's strike 2. Okay, now what do you do?
I think you let him swing the bat here.
You have to. Frederick trying to capitalize. Runner goes, and it's fouled out of play.
We've seen everything tonight, dude. I mean,
you're not kidding.
Crazy. We will be in motion again here.
and a miss. McCauley strikes out. Frazier stayed put. It's one away.
And a big strikeout. Frederick, reach back. Right over the heart of the plate, but up. That's a big one.
Cal Fisher's had a big day. Couple of base hits. You know, Seminole fans love to see it. And just as he settles into the batter's box, here comes Mike Hampton. And it's another call to the bullpen for St. John's.
I'm gonna throw my doubt and pain, making room for better days. Yeah, I believe the worst is almost done. I've been so low, I couldn't see another road ahead of me. Devil came up and got so close that I could barely breathe, but I wouldn't let it take a hold of me.
It has been a wild opening day of action for the NCAA baseball regionals. Georgia Tech taking care of business. 7 home runs, a program record in the NCAA tournament to defeat UIC by a lot. But Milwaukee, the underdog of all underdogs, knocks off number 4 Auburn. East Carolina in a thriller takes 14 innings to defeat Tennessee in the Chapel Hill Regional. And we have an incredible one to this point, 5-5 game between our 1 seed Florida State, the 10th national seed, and the 4 seed St. John's. And the Red Storm goes to their next out of the bullpen. Evan Heckley is one of their main guys. They're using their bullets. Look, there's no planning for a full weekend here. It's win if you can for the Johnnies.
That's right, relief ace for the Red Storm. 55% slider, fastball into the mid-90s, almost 30% swing and miss on that breaking ball.
Cal Fisher looks at a strike. The Florida State faithful didn't love it, but it's 1-1.
Well located there, bottom of the zone. That's where you want to live.
Into the air. Mansour calls it short and squeezes for out number 2. 3 pitches, mission accomplished for Heckley in terms of the battle with Fisher anyway. Back to the top of the order. Just over 3 hours ago, John Stutzer left the yard on the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, great way to start the day for a freshman in his first regional.
And he's the batter here for the Seminoles. 2 away, man on first. First pitch again, lined into center. LeGrande snagged it before it hit the ground.
What a play. Defense. And in the postseason, yep, you got to have it. We've had a little bit of everything today. This is the toughest ones, man. Hard shot ball right at you, head high. Make a play, young man. Oh, yeah.
Tie game headed to the 9th inning. Here's what's at stake. St. John's is seeking their first regional opener win since 2012 for Florida State. They have won 5 straight, so a win tonight would make 6 in a row.
And there's some ties there. St. John's 2012, they won the Chapel Hill region with wins over ECU and UNC twice.
And as a reminder, it's better to win the opener. Yes. I think that's obvious, but 93% is pretty loud.
Yes, yes, coming out of that loser's bracket.
Dylan Fitzsimmons, the batter for St. John's, led off the 8th inning with a solo home run in the last frame. Ultimately, a 3-run inning for St. John's that tied it at 5. One and one. Foul down the line, so now he's got 2 strikes to deal with.
Huge day for Fitzsimmons coming in for Luis Rodriguez. Injured early in the ball game.
Fitzsimmons has started 43 games this year, though, so he's oft used. Not startled by the moment. He's had a couple of big moments at the plate. Abraham, the 2-2, breaking ball into left field for a hit. 3rd hit of the night for Fitzsimmons.
Beautiful piece of 2-strike hitting, breaking ball up in the zone. Take advantage, shoot him the other way. Leadoff man on again for the Red Storm. Breaking ball's just been up. Johnny Abraham is at his best when that breaking ball starts. Middle, dives down below the zone, but 3 weeks he's been out. Bullpen looks sharp. Game's a little bit different.
Back to the top of the order. Here's John LeGrande. He's reached each of his last 3 times up. Squares to bunt, whips it back, but it's a called strike 0-1.
He's got a problem every time he's in the box, Blue. Getting the pitch redundant.
Fisher playing in at third base. LeGrande shows bunt all the way, and it misses high and outside.
Time shown early. This bunt has to go. Down the first base line, Cal Fisher super in tight with him.
LeGrande can't get it down fair. That's strike 2.
Try to go to the third base line there. Fisher is all the way in there with him. He's 50, 60 feet away. That bunt goes to Cal Fisher, and it's not deadened extremely softly. Got a chance for an out at second. He'll back up here, though.
Two strikes, Abraham set. LeGrande swinging away, fouls it back.
He's hurt.
Yeah, that looked like a painful swing. Not sure what happened.
He's been grimacing after every bit of action.
And a timeout called, granted to Mike Hampton.
Just making sure this leader of this club is all right.
Okay, so this
salt packets.
Yeah, this looks to me like LeGrande is just cramping. And so, you know, Florida State fans upset. Clint Fagan is there to make sure that if it's just an injury pause or something of that nature, that if Hampton was to discuss some sort of strategy, it's got to count as an offensive conference.
Exactly right.
So his presence should calm things a little bit. Now, I don't necessarily expect it. It's a great, passionate fan base.
Oh, yeah.
All part of it. We resume 1-2 to LeGrande. And he takes a close one. 2-2.
Good shot right there. Try to get him backdoor with the heater. Once again, St. John's hitters, they've laid off those marginal pitches all day. Great take.
Swing and a miss. Abraham tied LeGrande's hands with that pitch in.
Yeah, Johnny. We're back, fire. Gotta have you there. Just cuts on him, down and in, off the plate, big strikeout.
Winner of this one advances to play the winner of Northern Illinois, Coastal Carolina. That'll take place here at DeKalb Stadium sometime after this one. They need at least 55 minutes between games. We did get a 2-hour delay prior to the start of this one. And actually, I'm looking at the clock. They would have started 15 minutes ago.
Yep. Regionals in Tallahassee.
There goes the runner, swing and a miss. And the throw not in time from Carnes. So Fitzsimmons into second with the stolen base. Runner in scoring position for St. John's, and a 1-1 to Jader Rafestang.
They continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Don't move them over with the bunt, so we'll steal a bag. What a day this young man's having, freshman.
Fouled away. Rafe Stanger with a 1 and 2.
Would you look at that? Another equipment issue.
Now base hit here. Runner in scoring position. Gives St. John's the lead. He has been great behind the plate.
I thought about this earlier when he stopped one and it bounced away from him a good ways. But it makes a huge difference that that's all turf there, right? So it can get away more quickly as opposed to the softer surface like they have in the infield. Line drive into center field. Base knock, Rafe Stanger. The throw home, just late, and it scores a run. Fitzsimmons is in, and St. John's leads.
St. John's. Good pitching, good defense, timely hitting, runners in scoring position. Gotta have it in the postseason. Rafe Stanger just shoots it right back up the box. I see Dowd here. I would like to see Dowd really attack that ball, a little more urgency. Strong arm, great throw. That little 1/10 of a second could have been the difference. He looks like he got in there safely. It's the little things in this game, little things, one more step. A quicker step right out of the box when the ball's hit could be the difference. And the freshman, great slide too, front of home plate. Red Storm, take a lead.
The mantra of this St. John's team has been every trip. They say it to each other before.
After review, the call of safe is confirmed. Florida State has 0 remaining challenges.
Every trip is something these guys utter to each other before a plate appearance, before a called play in the field to execute. It's another way to say that everything matters, every tiny little detail. That's what you're talking about there, the game of inches.
And it does, exactly right. What a fun game, a fun team to watch play in St. John's.
Carnes stops it with his chest, 1-0 to Sean McMillan. St. John's with their first lead of the day.
Johnny's a guy that's gone 3 innings plus all year long, 36 pitches already, missing 3 weeks. Can imagine he's got much more left in the tank today.
Fouled away by McMillan, 2 balls and 1 strike. Liner snagged at third. No play over at first as Fisher eats it with 2 down.
Well struck ball there by McMillan. Hot corner.
Now it's Adam Agresti. They've intentionally walked him both of his last 2 plate appearances. And Micah Posey out to the mound.
This could very well be it for Johnny.
This is a situation, too, if you're Florida State. You came into this with Bryson Moore as your starter, saving Wes Mendez. It's beneficial either way, because if you're 1-0 tomorrow, Mendez can face your toughest battle in the winner's bracket, or he can try to play you out of the lesser side of the bracket.
Yes.
And, you know, you got to save Abraham, too. Presumably, you're going to need him later this weekend. St. John's has taken the lead in this 9th inning. A leadoff single, stolen a base by Dylan Fitzsimmons, and then a line drive hit Jader Rafestanger into center field, and Fitzsimmons in just under the wire. That makes it 6-5. St. John's up 1 and still batting. First pitch is in there for strike one. Cole Stokes, the new pitcher for Florida State.
A big fastball running up near triple digits. Junior, 6'6". Nasty slider to go with it.
0-1, fouled by Adam Agresti.
From the Knowles on the flip side of this thing. 2, 3, 4 coming up. Dowd, Delamalier, Carnes. Meat of their order.
Oh-2. Agresti lays off.
Another great take by St. John's.
They've had a ton of them.
Oh.
Lots of two-strike hitting. Two and two. Carnes has had his work cut out for him back there.
Man, he's done a great job. He really has.
Agresti pops it up, foul territory. A stumbling approach, but the catch pulled in by Cal Fisher. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. 2, 3, 4 in the order, due up for the Seminoles. They trail by 1. St. John's taking the lead in the top of the 9th inning is up 6-5 as we enter the bottom of the 9th. In our opening round in this Tallahassee Regional, 2-3-4 up for Florida State. And we talked about it earlier, winning this opening game is oh so important.
Got to avoid that loser's bracket.
Braden Dowd leads off. It's 1-0.
Reach base safely and all 4 at-bats today.
2 for 2, couple of walks, 2 runs driven in. Dowd pokes it to the left side of the infield. This is going to be a long throw. Dowd beats it out. Leadoff man is aboard, tying run is aboard.
And a good start. Noel's got their leadoff guy on. Dowd, perfect 5 for 5 day. Just takes his knocks. He's a complete hitter. Out over the plate, shoots the hole, shows off the speed. Infield single.
Pull side shift, so Mansour had to go get it in the more traditional shortstop spot. Long throw, Dowd got down the line fast. Here's Brody DeLamielleure. Watches strike 1. DeLamielleure is 0 for 3. He walked in his first plate appearance. Looking to extend an 18-game hitting streak. Strike 2 on the inside corner.
Back-to-back breaking balls.
Evan Hackley 0-2. Into the air, center field. LeGrande overran it and then leaps up for the grab.
Tough time. Night to see the baseball. Stays with it, makes the play. You had a beat on it early.
Almost too much of a beat. Man, I tell you, with him, it's not always pretty, but it gets the job done.
Amen. Style points.
1 away, runner at first for Hunter Carnes. Loses his bat. That's into the St. John's dugout, 0-1.
Humidity. Heads up.
Seen that a couple times tonight. Hackley finds the inner half for strike 2.
Yeah, that's a tough strike 2 call, back-to-back hitters.
On the ground, through the left side. They're at first and second after the Carnes single, and the tying runner is in scoring position.
That's a mature hitter, just a sophomore. It's a tough strike 2 call. You got choices. You can just let the moment get the best of you or stay in rhythm, and he does and delivers.
And here is the first plate appearance of the night for Eli Putnam. Swings, weak ground ball to third. There's one, the throw across, and St. John's gets 2. And an opening win.
Stunned in Tallahassee. St. John's, 4th seed to defeat a national seed today. First regional win in an opening game since 2012. I can't say enough about this team. This was an incredible baseball game. Ton of fight, gritty group up there from the Northeast. Coach Mike Hampton told us they believe. All the players, they told us they believe they can come in this thing and get the job done. How about here in Tallahassee with this fan base, an incredible club, and St. John's takes them down.
Florida State's understandably disappointed as they will head to an undetermined fate tomorrow. They'll play the loser of Coastal Carolina and Northern Illinois. St. John's will get the winner, and it just continues an off-the-wall day in regional competition across the country. That'll do it for us from Tallahassee for now. Northern Illinois, Coastal Carolina to come later. For Devin Travis, the rest of our great crew, I'm Darren Vaught. So long from an exciting one. St. John's wins it in the opener, 6-5 over Florida State.